What's up guys, Juicy Messi here, welcome to a brand new video, welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today's going to be Wednesday, the 27th of July, and today, something huge happened in the transfer window. You probably already know what it is, but we'll get into that in just a moment guys. So before you go any further, as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's video, let me down below in that description box guys, you know the schedule, 8 AM is transfers, and after 9 PM is the second video of the day. And I also want to apologise, there hasn't been many second uploads a day recently, and that's basically because I've not been playing too much FIFA 16. So feel free to leave a comment below suggesting what video you want me to do as a second one, and basically there may be some gameplay coming up now because the MLS All-Stars are out. And we also have the footies guys. So let's start today with the confirmed deals, and first up we got a fair few quite small ones. First up, Jake Buxton going to Wigan from Derby. That one is an undisclosed fee. Then we go on to Sammy today going back on loan to Akhisarspor, I think the name is, in Turkey from FC Porto. But Porto have also loaned out this guy, Abdul Bar, to a club not on FIFA older team right now, as I think they are promoted. But it's also a team in Turkey called Alanyaspor, again from Porto on a loan deal. Now we move on to Sankari today, going to Lille from a club called Higuaín, I think the name is, in France. And that is an undisclosed fee again. Then we go on to Ronnie Rodlin today, going to, I can't pronounce this team. Now I'm going to show you because it's really hard for me being English to say that, like Chon. I can't say it. By the way, he's joined that team for an undisclosed fee from Lille. Then we go on to Max Grill today, signing a new 4-year deal with Bournemouth. He only joined Bournemouth just 1 year ago, so I'm quite surprised he's already quite a big deal. Potentially add some clauses and stuff in there, and potentially a higher wage as well. Then we go on to a player not on FIFA older team, so actually a Liverpool youngster. That is going to be Ryan Kent. In regards to Liverpool youngsters, I'd probably say he's definitely up there with one of our better ones, including the likes of Shea Ojo and stuff as well. So he's gone to Barnsley on a loan deal for the season. Then we go on to another Liverpool player going out on loan. That's going to be Allen. This guy is really highly rated by Jurgen Klopp, and I believe he hasn't actually got a work permit or something yet to play in England. So he's gone out on loan to Hertha Berlin in the Bundesliga. And the Ryan Kent deal actually includes one of the clauses we have now for youngsters going out on loan. That's a 75% playability thing. If they're available in a game, they have to play at least 3/4 of them. I think Allen might also have that as well. And now we're going to the Spanish centre-back Alexis from Besiktas going to Alavaz for £425,000. Then we're going to a player, again, not on FIFA older team. That is going to be Giovanni Lo Celso. He's a very highly rated Argentinian youngster. He's gone to Paris Saint-Germain from Rosario Central for an undisclosed fee. It's a 5-year deal. He's actually been loaned back to the Argentinian club for next season. And I'm pretty sure he's got some really nice stats as well on career mode. Then we got on to Giuliano today. Giuliano, however you say his name, going to Zenit St. Petersburg. It's actually a really cool one for FIFA older team because he's actually a 5-star skiller, and he'll get a higher link to Hulk on FIFA 16 at least. Also Mauricio, the really nice silver CDM. So he's gone there from Gremio for £5.95 million. And now we're going to Italian striker Immobile going to Lazio from Sevilla for €8.5 million. It's actually a 5-year deal, and it's not been fully confirmed by both clubs yet, but he has been pictured training with Lazio. So I'm assuming Immobile has passed his medical and is now officially a Lazio player, or should be today. Then we go on to Alexandre Pato today, and he's gone to Villarreal in Spain from Corinthians. Obviously since January he was playing for Chelsea on loan, but it didn't really work out for him too well. They didn't really get too many opportunities, to be honest though. But he's gone to Villarreal from Corinthians, undisclosed fee, but apparently it's €3 million for 60% of Pato's rights. So I'm honestly not too sure how the right system works with players. Like, I know it happened in Italy for a brief period, but I think they stopped it. But in Brazil, I know it's still currently a thing. But still, he'll be on FIFA 17, and imagine if he's anything like Nilmar was back on FIFA 12, that'd be one hell of a broken card. Now we go on to finally Gonzalo Higuaín. So the transfer window went a little bit quiet for a few days, and then it started to pick up again yesterday. But today, or yesterday in fact, Higuaín has joined Juventus for £75.3 million or €90 million. So it's a 5-year contract for him, and that €90 million will be paid over a 2-year period for Juve. And that makes him the third most expensive player in history, just behind obviously Gareth Bale and Ronaldo going to Real Madrid. And most people seem to think the money has come straight from the Paul Pogba sale to United, but think of it a little bit logically. Juve, they're one of the biggest clubs in the world. They make enough money as it is. Juventus would be able to afford the €90 million straight up, but think of it this way, 2 lots of €45 million. It's not too much for a club, again, in the stature of Juve. So I don't think it's guaranteed the sale of Pogba just yet, but who knows, it probably will happen. Then we've gone to potential deals today. First up, Michael Dawson. It's actually about Hull City. So according to Daily Mirror today, former Everton manager Roberto Martinez tops Hull City's managerial shortlist after impressing the club's hierarchy during his interview. So Martinez done a good job at Wigan and stuff, and then he done an okay job at Everton at the start, and then it really went tits up and he didn't really do too well towards the end. And in fact, it ended up being him sacked. So Martez, I think he's a good manager. Just I don't know if he'll keep them up or not. He'll have a very tough task. I'm not sure if Hull have actually signed anyone yet, and for a club that's just been promoted, that's really, really risky stuff. And obviously without a manager. Now we got on to Dale Stephens today, linked to Burnley. So the actual rumour is about Crystal Palace though. So it says Crystal Palace have joined the race to sign Brighton midfielder Dale Stephens, with Burnley having already had 3 bids rejected for the 27-year-old. So I've never seen Dale Stephens play before, so I can't give any kind of judgment, but Burnley, they seem to be buying a lot of championship players or trying to sign championship players. I'm not sure how that'll bode them in Premier League safety. And now we go on to Polish youngster Kapustka. Today, apparently Leicester have officially put a bid in for him. It was rumoured the other day they were going to, but I'm really happy they have now. So Leicester have made a £5.25 million bid for Polish international Kapustka, according to Sky sources. The Premier League champions, however, are understood to face competition from across Europe for the 19-year-old. And at this stage, there's been no word from Kapustka's club at Cracovia about whether the bid has been accepted. So again, I really want this to happen because I've seen a few clips and that in a few games here and there just before Euro 2016 and at Euro 2016, and he seems like such a big talent. So he seems very good on the ball, very direct, and not scared to take a man on. And I'm surprised it's taken this long for a Premier League club to be linked to him. I know Southampton were just a few months ago, but £5.25 million, not a risk whatsoever. I mean, if he goes really bad, it's not much money lost for a Premier League club. And I think he'll develop really, really well at Leicester, and hopefully he does join them. Now we got on to Thomas Vermaelen today, linked to Roma. So quite a short one today from Corriere dello Sport. They're saying that Roma have joined with Arsenal and West Ham in the race to sign Barcelona defender Thomas Vermaelen. It's understood that he's definitely available for transfer right now because obviously they bought an Umtiti and they've also got Matthew and stuff fit as well. So they've got a lot of depth in the centre-back role, and Vermaelen, he's usually injured. But he'd still be a good backup if he does stay fit. Then we go on to playing on FIFA older team again, seems to be quite a common theme this episode, Brad Smith. Players representatives of Liverpool defender Brad Smith have held talks with Bournemouth on Monday, according to Sky Sports. And they understand a deal for his move to the Vitality Stadium has been agreed, and Smith is expected to have a medical in the next 48 hours after flying home from Liverpool's tour of the USA. Watford forward Alman Abdi has passed a medical at Sheffield Wednesday, according to Sky sources. We understand the Switzerland international is close to completing a £4 million move to Hillsborough, and I'm pretty sure the game he played away at Watford last season, Abdi had an absolute stormer. Then we go on to Czech Tiote today. A player's been linked to likes of China and stuff over the last couple of years. Today, linked to Al Jazeera. Abu Dhabi club Al Jazeera are interested in signing Newcastle midfielder Czech Tiote, according to Sky sources. The Ivorian failed to travel the team for last night's friendly at Southend, and we understand a bid is on the table for Tiote, who has 1 year left in his contract. But as of right now, Newcastle have declined to comment on the reports. Now we move on to Luciano Vietto today, linked to Barcelona and Sevilla. Apparently he's chosen Sevilla. He will reportedly join them on loan from Atletico Madrid for the 2016-17 season, according to Dario de Sevilla. They're suggesting a deal has been struck between both clubs and there will be a permanent option to buy at the end of it. But that's of course if Sevilla actually want to activate that, and they do also mention how Vietto did struggle last season, but I mean, he didn't really play too much, it's understandable. Then we got on to Carlos Bacca today, linked to Barcelona. So like I mentioned before, Vietto was linked to Barcelona as apparently Luis Enrique does want to get a fourth striker in as backup to Messi, Suarez and Neymar. And according to Mundo Deportivo today, Barca are chasing 89 striker Carlos Bacca after moves for other targets have broken down. That includes Kevin Gameiro as well. So I've mentioned over the last couple of days how West Ham have agreed a £30 million bid for him, but apparently Bacca has turned him down multiple times now. So I don't know if he'd want to sit on the bench or not. I mean, yeah, he would be at a club like Barcelona, but also I doubt he'd play many minutes. So it depends which option he wants to take for his career, or he wants to be a starter at another club or be at Barca and kind of be a bench player. Then we go on to Mamadou Sakho today. It's kind of gone from good to kind of bad for him. So Sakho yesterday was actually sent home from Liverpool's USA tour. Two different reasons though. One side of it is saying it's due to his injury and to get more treatment, but the other side is saying it's due to his attitude. So according to the Mirror today, Mamadou Sakho is facing shutdown talks over his future next week when Jurgen Klopp returns from the USA. There seems no way back for Sakho now, with Klopp acting to root out what he saw was a problem in California. There's been no spectacular bust-up between player and boss, but Klopp has tired of Sakho's attitude during the tour. Klopp feels the discipline which he demands during a seriously intensive pre-season is being undermined by Sakho. And apparently we'll find out more about this after Klopp mentions it after Liverpool played Chelsea on Wednesday. So personally, I don't know what side of the story to believe, because he has actually got an injury, but so have Joe Gomez and they're still out on tour. And also Lucas. But now we go on to Carlos Tevez today, and apparently Chelsea and Napoli have offered for him, but he's staying in Argentina. The day he started saying Chelsea are weighing up a move for Boca Juniors striker Carlos Tevez, despite the player insisting he'll not be leaving Argentina this summer. So despite Napoli and Chelsea both wanting him back in Europe, it does seem that he wants to retire at Boca Juniors, and fair play to him, he's basically quoted as saying, "I'm not coming back." And now we've gone to a couple of Everton rumours, and first I've got Idrissa Gueye currently playing for Aston Villa. Apparently Everton have triggered the release clause of the midfielder. There's according to Sky sources, but on top of this, the Daily Mail have also said the same thing. Apparently the fee is around £7.2 million, and Ronald Koeman is looking to boost his squad ahead of the new Premier League campaign. So I'm not sure where he's actually the new target instead of Axel Witsel, because yesterday it was reported that Axel Witsel is actually going to choose Juventus. But with Juventus already announcing Higuaín for a massive fee, on top of that, they've signed so many class players this summer, including Pjanic from Roma. So that's centre mid spot that's not easy to get into. Now we go on to Marko Arnautovic today, another player linked to Everton. So on Monday, the Daily Mail did say that Everton have opened talks with Stoke City forward Marko Arnautovic as they look to complete a £12.5 million signing for the Austria international. But on Tuesday, that all changed. Yesterday, most players have said that Stoke City forward Arnautovic is set to reject Everton. Apparently, £12.5 million is his release clause, which is really low, to be honest, for a player that had such a fantastic season. Apparently now, he is set to sign a new deal. He wants to stay with the Potters, and I imagine that contract does include a much higher release clause, as well as obviously a better payday for him. Then we go on to Christian Benteke today, linked back to Palace. I don't mean returning to Palace, obviously he's never played for him, but what I mean, Palace are back in for him. Today, according to multiple sources, Palace are understood to be ready to return with a £30 million bid for the Liverpool striker. This is according to a fair few sources, in particular Dominic King. I've forgotten who he actually works for, but I think he's actually quite a reliable name going around. But Benteke for £30 million, we should bite their hand off. And apparently also on top of this, 5 other Liverpool players could be heading for the exit. And it looks like we'll be recouping £100 million through player sales this summer, which is absolutely mad. Then we got on to Milik today, linked to Napoli. So according to De Telegraaf today, which I believe is a Dutch newspaper, they said that Napoli is set to complete a €35 million move for Ajax striker Milik as they look to replace the departed Gonzalo Higuaín. And I imagine if this is going to happen, it will happen very soon. There's a simple fact that Napoli, they want to give their fans something to cheer about after losing their main player and the main goal scorer, Higuaín. And now we got into Icardi, again linked to Napoli for like the third or fourth day in a row. But today, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Napoli have been told by Inter Milan they have to pay €70 million to get him. That is 70 million, which is crazy. Apparently they offered €45 million, but that is not enough. And they will not negotiate any less. Then we go on to Alexander Lacazette today. A player again being linked to many clubs. I think Napoli 3 days ago, Arsenal 4 days ago, and also Paris Saint-Germain yesterday. But back to Arsenal now. So yes, they didn't start off fantastically for Arsenal fans because they've been linked to so many players as of late. And they're desperate at this point in time. They're desperate for a big name signing. Obviously, Granit Xhaka is a fantastic player, but they want a striker. So it came out yesterday that Arsenal had a bid of £29.3 million rejected for Lacazette. And that's actually after West Ham had a bid of 31 mil rejected. Obviously, as of right now, Lyon don't have to sell Lacazette. They've already sold Umtiti this summer to Barcelona for £21 million. So Lacazette, I imagine he could stay, but there's going to be a lot of big offers now, I imagine. But the fact that Arsenal offered less than West Ham for him, I think that's a little bit disrespectful. Like, it was actually public knowledge how much they bid for him. I think the Lyon president came out and said about it, and also the owner of West Ham did as well. But according to the Daily Mirror today, Arsenal have been told they'll have to bid £40 million for Lyon striker Alexander Lacazette after having a bid rejected already this summer for the forward. There were some rumours last night saying that Arsenal had bid €48 million for the striker according to Le Progress. But since then, Lyon have released a statement saying they have not received an offer from Arsenal since the one they rejected. And the Lyon president yesterday also labelled Lacazette as irreplaceable. Then we go on to Matuidi today, linked to Juventus. So there have been a fair few rumours as of late saying that he could potentially be leaving Paris Saint-Germain this summer. And according to L'Equipe, they also agree. So they're saying as Paul Pogba is expected to leave soon, Juventus are interested in Matuidi, who shares the same agent as Pogba, Mino Raiola. And in fact, yesterday, the new PSG manager, Unai Emery, has come out and said that Matuidi can leave this summer. So the quote says, he's a very good player. We have a lot of left-footed defensive midfielders. If he has the opportunity to leave and he thinks there are too many midfielders here, but I do not want him to go. So he doesn't want to leave, but I fully understand if he does want to make the switch. Now we got on to Kevin Gamero today, another Frenchman. We've had quite a lot of them today, linked to Atletico Madrid. So Kevin Gamero would prefer a move to Atletico Madrid ahead of a transfer to Barcelona, according to AS. The French forward is wanted by both Spanish clubs after netting 29 times for Sevilla last season. AS claims Gamero has indicated he is more receptive to a move to Atletico Madrid, who have identified the striker as their primary attacking target on the back of Chelsea's refusal to negotiate the sale of Diego Costa. Sevilla had initially insisted they'd only sell the striker if the €40 million buyout clause was met. But Cadena SDR de Sevilla are reporting the Europa League champions have asked Atletico Madrid for a fee of €30 million plus a further €5 million in add-ons. And with Vieto apparently on his way to Sevilla, this one would probably make a lot of sense. And finally, we go on to Paul Pogba today, another update regarding the situation. So again, according to AS today, the fees to be paid to Mino Raiola, who is his agent, they're holding up Paul Pogba's move from Juve to United. And apparently because of that, Raiola has now cancelled the player's medical ahead of a move to United, which doesn't mean the deal's off whatsoever, it just means it's probably delayed. But this is a man that's going to receive like £20 to £25 million if Paul Pogba does make the switch to United. And it seems like he's putting his money before Paul Pogba's, guys. So they're all his potential transfers as well as confirmed stuff at the very beginning. beginning. So guys, as always, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,000 fire likes be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click subscribe button for daily FIFA content. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours I shoot in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's video, down below in that description box, guys, the schedule right now, 8 AM is transfers, and after 9 PM is the second video of the day. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.